Describe the evolution of two strains of MRSA and evaluate the impact that MRSA has on society. MRSA resistant to methicillin is a bacterium which causes infections in different parts of your body. Treatment is harder than more MRSA strains because it is resistant to some commonly used antibiotics. MRSA symptoms rely on where you are getting infected. Community-acquired MRSA occurs in a group of individuals that are usually stable and do not seek health treatments in a hospital or on a regular outpatient basis. The HA-MRSA refers to the methicillin-resistant MRSA, which is obtained from hospitals or healthcare. Hospital-acquired MRSA evolution. Australia has a close association with MRSA, which is multi-drug resistant. Its unique demographic and geographic characteristics led over 35 years to the emergence and spread of the three types of MRSA. Multi-resistant hospital-acquired MRSA were first noted in Australia in 1965. By the late 1970s, strains of this type of MRSA were well founded in the complex intensive care units in the capital cities of Australia.
Described by beta-lactam resistance, erythromycin, tetracycline, gentamicin, and trimethoprim-sulfamethoxazole, these strains have been genetically stable and diverse, and have developed a number of different resistances. They have proven pathogenicity and are a major symptom in the endemic institutions of hospital infection.
Showcasing the percentage of cases of MRSA evolved throughout 2015 to 2016. This figure is stating a few statistics about MRSA cases in Australia. This figure is shown that there is a decline of hospital-acquired infections that began in 2009 and has continued rapidly, shown in Figure 3 and Figure 4. Community-acquired MRSA evolution. Community-associated MRSA clones initially emerged in Australia in the 1980s and have diversified and increased in intense rates since that time. As a cause of community-onset infectious diseases, those who exceed HA-MRSA and rival them as a cause of hospital-onset infections. CA-MRSA clones are entirely different from those found to be causing cross-infection in the healthcare community. They tend not to be resistant to non-beta-lactam antibiotics, although same HA-MRSA clones accumulate more than with the passage of time. Figure 5 and 6 showcases the community-acquired cases within MRSA throughout the past years. MRSA-related hospitalization costs are significantly higher than those associated with MSSA infections. MRSA has become an increasingly relevant issue in the healthcare over the past 2 decades, both in acute care facilities and in a population. MRSA is associated with a poorer result and a higher level of treatment than MSSA. On the economic side, MRSA infection control is associated with an estimated healthcare cost of about $3 billion a year. There is a big economic impact and definitely a big social effect in terms of people's fears and such as a very dangerous lethal infection. Thank you for listening.